who was represented on that plane was allowed to have up to 4 family members come into the room to hear the voice recording. And most of the families chose at least one person to represent them so that they could hear it. And we were allowed to hear it twice. And in addition to that, we had a transcription that was on a video screen. So what you couldn't understand, you could at least see the words. And it was an experience that I had looked forward to for 7 months. And so for me, it gave me this incredible sense of peace. I was able to hear Tom's voice. There were many other family members who heard their loved one's voice. And it really helped us to not only hear the sounds and answer the questions that we had, but it created this visual that allowed us to have a better understanding of what our loved ones went through and what they experienced on that flight. It was hugely important to be able to have that with us for the remaining years in trying to grieve and get past the sorrow and letting go of the grief.
Was it one thing, Dina, in particular that you heard that helped you with that sense of peace, or was it just in totality?
I think a little of both, really. It was in totality. I knew that he was involved with the task at hand. He was not afraid. He was not, sitting down and letting whatever was taking place on that plane happen to him. He was fighting back to make a difference. And so that was huge. But I did hear him. I heard him shouting direction and leading, and knowing that he was doing what he told me on the phone he was going to do was really important to me.
All these years later,
but,
goosebumps.
More than that,
Dina, go ahead.
Well, I have to tell you, really what was most important, I think, for most of us in that room is that the scenario of what happens in your own